シカゴカブスのピート・クロー・アームストロング選手が、元 NBA プレイヤーの JJ レディック氏とトミー・ウォルター氏がホストを務める人気バスケットボールポッドキャスト番組ザ・オールドマン&ザ・スリーに出演。番組の中でピート選手はメジャーリーグデビューの瞬間を振り返りながら、同じメジャーリーガーとして尊敬してやまない大谷選手の存在感を力強く称賛。さらに話題はドジャースの補強戦略にも踏み込み、自らの視点で冷静に分析しました。その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介しますので、ぜひ最後までご覧ください。
What was your debut like?
My debut was interesting. I mean, it was in Denver. Funny enough. I really had no business being up there, and I honestly, I haven't actually like talked to any of the Cubs front office about this, but like, I feel like David Ross, who was a manager at the time, was put in a weird situation because I don't think he was the one probably that wanted me up there. No shot he was actually, because I wasn't needed really at the time. I was playing really well in AAA, but it ended up being a really crowded outfield. And I think it put Rossi in like some funky positions in game. And so my debut was September 11th, 2023. Before the game, he was like, yeah, like cleat up, but I don't think we're really going to roster you today. So just be ready to play tomorrow, but like cleat up just in case something crazy happens. And of course, like I get into I don't remember if it was pinch hit or pinch run first, but it was one of the two. And then it was like a bunt situation, and I'm facing Tyler Kinley, who throws like 94-mile-an-hour cutters, like but sliders. Like these things are terrifying. Bunt situation, he throws like the one straight fastball he'll probably ever throw because he knew that I was going to bunt. And I missed the sign completely. And I looked down at the third base coach, Willie Harris, and he's right back to it. And I caught it that time, got it down, and it was whatever. But I remember telling my family, like, hey, yeah, like, don't rush. I'll be in tomorrow, yada, yada. And my mom made it for that game. So she was the only one there, which...
At least she got to make it.
Pretty poetic. Like, if you've been around, like, it makes sense that my mom was there. She'll drop anything. So it was cool. I mean, it was really overwhelming and all that. But next day I had, like, all my people there, and it was special.
As a peer of his, because we could think about this as observers, but when you watch Shohei, like what is there to say at a certain point?
There's nothing to say. I don't think there's anything to say. I think you just got to go watch. Like, being an outfielder though, it's like one of those guys you're like, okay, well, good chance a ball is hit in the air to me. But have you seen Shohei play in person?
No.
Okay. Coolest part about his whole lore for me is his walkout song. It's like no, I'm not gonna do it right. It is like it sounds like the finale of like an opera or something. The crowd starts cheering for that dude when he's on deck. Like,
yeah, you see him come out the dugout.
It's just different. You got it. Like, there's not much to say. It's hard to describe a guy that does what he does. So like, you gotta watch. It's really cool.
What do you think when you watch him?
He's like fake. Like, he's a creative player.
That's what's weird. Like, what's weird about it is like when you're watching something that has never existed in the sport, however, thousands of incredible players have been over the years, and he's just doing something. It feels like every other night. It feels like he's setting the stage in a different way. It's just interesting, like living through it, and you're just being like, this is a guy I play with at the All-Star game. This is a guy I'm competing with for a title.
Yes.
And
he's still beatable is the craziest part, is like that, that guy, he loses too.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to explain it though. Like, he's writing it as he goes, man. He is the first person ever doing anything like this.
What about his Pittsburgh boys?
Paul?
Yeah.
Oof. Paul, I played with Paul before Paul was a pitcher when we were 12. And he was catching and stuff. And I mean, what he's been able to do in the first 2+ years of his career is like, I mean, so happy for him because I think he carries himself better than anybody our age. Like even dating Livy, like that's a lot of attention and all that. And he moves the same way all the time. Like he seems unbothered. Like he's about his business completely. And then he goes and wins Cy Youngs and Rookie of the Years. And it's like, okay, well, the work works for him.
What do you think?
Sure. He doesn't seem to like, for a guy, like you could take this in a lot of ways, but like for a guy that's as highly touted as he is, I know he wants Pittsburgh to be more competitive. And I can only imagine how tough it is when his ERA is what it is and he's performing how he is and his record just does not reflect any of it. Like he doesn't outwardly have any outbursts about it. I'm sure he's frustrated and says what he has to say and wants his team to be competitive, but I do give him a lot of credit for that. And like, I'm a Pirates fan. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Right.
And, being that how it is, like, it's really frustrating to watch that, it's like we have a chance. We have one of the best pitcher prospects.
Pitching staff too.
Yes.
The pitching staff, the starting rotation is ridiculous.
I mean, that could be a whole nother topic, but, before we get too deep into those weeds, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to ask about him specifically, just hitting against him. What about from a technical standpoint? I think what makes him so tough, and then I have another Pittsburgh question.
I mean, he throws 100 miles an hour. For me, like the change in speed, like you're seeing so many dudes throw these sliders that are 90 miles an hour and have short break, and they're really downward. With him, he's got this really good, we call it a true line on his fastball, which means like it kind of presents itself as if it almost kind of goes up. He's got a lower slot. He's got his splinker, obviously. Personally, I don't think that's the best like combo for him. I think the fastball changeup combo for him is the best just because it's a huge speed differential. But he's a 100-mile-an-hour arm that dots, and he's not afraid to throw the fastball. Like the confidence, you feel a pitcher's confidence. You feel their aura. Like same with Skubal. But Paul his fastball plays really well at the top, and it looks really good to hit. And it's a very enticing pitch to swing at. So with him, you gotta you can't try and get him down into the zone because then you're gonna chase the changeup down or the sinker that just finishes below the zone. It's like you gotta kind of get him, like we call it belt middle. So then you give yourself room to like work up just a little bit in the strike zone or work down just a little bit in the strike zone. He's a pitcher, and a lot of guys that throw as hard as he does nowadays, like they aren't pitchers yet, and he's a pitcher. It seems like he studies and really prepares. Like you can kind of tell. It's cool.
We were talking about this before we started taping. Do you understand the fan frustration with what the Dodgers just do?
I mean, I understand it just because I don't, and this isn't a knock to any fan, but like, I don't think that just makes me feel like they don't get it. Like from a player standpoint, like talking about playoffs, like where you want to be in those kind of moments. Like you want to take down the best team. It'd be really fun to be on that team as well, play with those guys. But like, man, if you got the money, spend it, go get the best guys. I think it's better for the game. Like we saw the World Series. The Blue Jays aren't nearly the same kind of roster, I don't think, as the Dodgers were. Their bullpen was incredible. Their Trey Savage went and shocked the world, and it was really cool. But like, you're talking the best like 1 through 9 ever almost, and it went 7 games. Like baseball is baseball. It'll always be baseball.
They should have won. It was 7 games, and they had
totally
10 different chances they could have won.
They could have ended in 6, and it would have been the Blue Jays, not the Dodgers. Like, I love it personally. Like, go spend the money. I think it incentivizes other teams to do the same. Like, we got big market teams for a reason. Like, a city like LA, like it's supposed to be this flashy, big, popular thing. New York, same way. And you see what the Mets have done.
Yeah.
You see what the Yankees are doing right now. Like even us, like we're going and signing guys like Bregman.
Yeah.
We're going and signing the guys that we should be signing. So I actually like it. From a fan perspective though, like, I mean, if you're a fan of Cleveland or
Pittsburgh.
I was gonna say, what do you think?
See, I mean, that's an interesting way to put it, right? Because you don't think about it from that perspective. Like baseball is a different kind of game. The one thing I'd say is like, then I need it to incentivize the Pittsburgh ownership. So then the frustration is with ownership and their lack of spending. And on one hand, though, based on how the league is structured, you can't blame them. They're running a business and they're making their business at least semi-profitable instead of tanking it. And tanking it would help us. Like if they just started spending willy-nilly, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I mean, as fans, we'd enjoy it. But like, I guess in their mind, their job is like, hey, I have a business to run. And that's just how I'm going to approach it. So, I mean, I would want there to be some sort of change, just at least a little bit to help incentivize the small market teams. But I think it's a good thing you brought up, because like you get a chance to knock off the big dogs and in a game like baseball, like it's a very real possibility.
Well, we've talked about this a few times with the NBA, and this is sort of more of a ratings conversation, but it's a real thing, and I think it is relevant. Like part of why the buzz of this past World Series was so great, part of it was the game. The games were great, but also it's like, to your point, like the Dodgers are there. It's like Goliath is there, and the NBA in the last decade or so. I mean, we literally just saw this with the NFL.
Yep.
Like no Chiefs. No buzz. I hate to say it, but it's like that is a real thing where like that game, there was no buzz going into that game. We talked about it on the show ahead of time. Those are, Seattle's a great team, super deserving champion, but it was hard to get the casual observer invested in it. And the NBA, when it's been at its peak, has been those Warriors, Cavs teams in the last recent years, where it was teams that had been there before. And so that comes with what you're talking about. I think the question is to Cam's point is basically like, how do you build out mechanisms for you guys, for the Mets, for the Blue Jays, for the teams that are like on the cusp? It's kind of like the Padres, you feel confident, like we can beat them. Like if things bounce right, we can beat them. It's like, how do you take those teams in the bottom six and basically like drag them up? So if you're a Pittsburgh fan, you're not just like, well, Paul's great, but he's going to be gone
next week.
He'll be gone next week, and
right. And you don't want his career to go to waste either. Being on in a stagnant organization either, because baseball, like you can get away with using the excuse of development. I think, just because like so rare that you got your Mike Trouts and Bryce Harpers, they get called up to the big leagues at as teenagers. Takes a little longer for a lot of us to get to where we need to be for a team to feel like we're going to contribute.
Yeah.
I think development's really cool too, because you saw the 2016 Cubs. Like we did sign Aroldis Chapman as a free agent.
How is he, by the way, aside, how is he able to just keep doing?
So from what I've heard, that guy, he works out like at least twice a day, I think. And he is the king of long toss, I think, from what I've heard, is he's one of those guys that's like Albert Pujols, I heard, was the same way as well. He's like, I'm not going to ever give my body an opportunity to be sore. I'm going to do something every day. That guy is also a freak. Like Aroldis Chapman is a freak.
Usually are.
Like,
I'm not going to be sore. Like, that's not as much a choice for some people.
Right. First, well, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Sometimes that's what the freak athletes say is like, oh, it's easy to work out 3 times a day, or it's easy to jump 45 inches. Why don't you do it?
Throw 103 miles an hour at age 40.
He's a freak. So I heard he works out like crazy and just moves. He's just a mover. I don't know.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画についてどういう感想を持たれましたか？ぜひコメント欄で意見や感想をお聞かせください。チャンネル登録やグッドボタンを押していただけると励みになります。それでは 次回の動画でお会いしましょう。